At the second GOP debate, Donald Trump was asked what he would do differently if Syrian President Bashar al-Assad crossed a red line by using chemical weapons on its citizens.
I wouldn't have drawn the line, but once he drew it, he had no choice but to go across. They do bear some responsibility, but I think he probably didn't do it not for that reason. Somehow he just doesn't have courage. There's something missing from our president. Had he crossed the line and really gone in with force and done something to Assad, if he had gone in with tremendous force, you wouldn't have millions of people displaced all over the world.
The Republican frontrunner was light on details, but suggested Syria was a mess.
You look at what's going on with ISIS in there. Now think of this. We're fighting ISIS. ISIS wants to fight Syria. Why are we fighting ISIS in Syria? Let them fight each other and pick up the remnants.
This strategy may work, but will the West continue to watch nearly half of Syria's population flee the region? Will Obama step up humanitarian relief to the refugees? And how will America respond to Russia's involvement in Syria?
We are back with Kimberly Dvorak joining us. And Kimberly, we were talking as you were coming in about the buildup of Russian presence in Syria right now.
Yeah, late last week, actually, we learned that the Russians are going to go in and actually help Assad out. They're boosting some of his weapons that have been lost to ISIS. The Russians were, excuse me, explicitly told from the United States not to interfere in Syria, not to go in, not to help Bashar al-Assad. But they're going in, they said they're fighting ISIS, and it's creating even more tensions in the region.
And they're getting in the way of our fighter planes that are bombing ISIS.
Exactly, yes. There's been reports that they have moved attack helicopters to forward operating bases, and they've, again, reinforced and sent in more light arms. So they say to protect their port that they do have in Syria. But those on the ground are saying what they're doing is they're getting involved in the diplomatic measures. And Secretary of State Kerry has made it very clear that they are to steer clear of that region, and they may or may not listen to what the President of the United States says, who Assad must go. And right now we're back at a stalemate, and we've got a big mess.
And Russia has been friends with Assad for a while, correct?
They're very good allies, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Okay,
To read more about Kimberly's report, you can go online at san diego6.com.